You're listening to the Pixie Dust Fan Podcast. Hi, I'm Francine.
And I'm Carrie.
We're two best friends who can't stop talking, usually about Disney stuff.
Sometimes we have fascinating guests, and sometimes it's just us. But it's always positive and fun.
We're happy to have you join our chat. Thanks for listening, and let's get started. Hi, Carrie.
Hello, pal.
How are you doing?
I'm all right. How about you?
Good. I'm all right. You know, same old. Just trying to figure out travel plans and all sorts of stuff. How come you and I are so bad at planning our own travel? It's really hard.
And I was just saying to someone the other day, like, I can't even, like, the thought of planning something like a year in advance or more is, I can't.
I know.
I just can't.
I know. I called Disney Vacation Club the other day because I was like, what are the chances my wait lists are going to come up or what? Because, you know, I don't know how to use my points properly. I still struggle. And the woman's like, well, you know, it would be much better if you booked 11 months in advance. And I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing 3 weeks from now, let alone 11 months in advance.
Exactly.
Like, I can't do that. But thanks for the tip.
Yeah, I think I called in not that long ago and kind of, they said the same thing. And it's like, nope, not going to happen.
I know.
Sorry.
I know.
So while everybody plans their far out vacations, we struggle with trying to figure out when we're going to book flights for the next month or so.
Yeah.
We can't figure it out.
I posted on my story, like, oh, I'm going down in May. And people were like, oh, when are you going to be there? When do you arrive? And I'm like, I don't know yet.
Still to be determined.
Yes, still TBD.
It always works out in the end, but sometimes
it does.
It's a little sketchy in between when we're not quite sure if there's a place to stay or.
Yeah, and it's not like it was where you could get some last minute flight deals or whatever. The closer you get, it's like the prices go up. So, gone are the days of catching a really good sale or things like that. It's just, yeah, I'm a bit of a mess with this one in May. But what can you do? That's the way we roll.
Indeed we do.
Yes. So we do have to figure out our schedules with all of our travel plans and things going on. Our schedules for recording are going to be all over the place. So we're giving the preemptive. We don't know how we're going to show up, how long the episodes are going to be. They might just be a quick hello from wherever we are over the next couple months.
We don't know where we're going to be over the next little while. So.
Yes. So
figure it out.
We always do. But this week, Carrie, we wanted to talk about a few different things, probably more news related or catch ups than anything else, because we haven't touched on some of these topics in a while. The first one being the Disneyland 70th celebration,
I thought you were going to start off with that.
Oh, no. I figured I'd start with Disneyland because, that's your boo. That's your fave. I figured we'd start there.
Yeah. Like it's coming up soon. As in good fashion of Disney, they will probably, I don't know if they've actually told us how long it'll be, but usually it's an 18-month celebration.
Yes. And I hope to get to see it. I will, obviously. I have 18 months to see it.
Yeah.
But yeah, how excited are you?
I'm pretty excited. Like, I wish I could be there like tomorrow or the next day and then stay there till the celebration starts and is over, but that's not realistic. I know. Yeah. I'm pretty excited. Like, I'm not going to lie. Like, the thing I'm most excited about is the Paint the Night coming back. The Paint the Night parade coming back. But they've been telling us like this week, they posted all of a bunch of the sneak peek of the merch. Did you see that?
Yes, I did. I was looking at some of those merchandise collections.
OMG.
Yeah, some of them are pretty spectacular, I have to admit. I love the blue, but the thing I wanted to call out was the Mickey. Like the characters are the classic. They're not the new, like, I love Runaway Railway, but I don't love the way they're drawn outside of that, right? Like I don't like them outside of the Runaway Railway to look like that. And the way they look in this merch is beautiful.
Yeah, like, I think that the merch is definitely like the stuff they've showed us is probably just the beginning too, right? Like
yeah,
there's going to be so like if they fall the way that they did last time, like they have so much stuff and it just keeps coming. Like I wanted to point out the one thing that I saw the other day and I thought, oh, I gotta say this on the podcast to drive Fran crazy. Like the merch generally is like playful and fun, right? Like so they have like the bright blues and the bright purples and the characters and all the the flashy bright color like pink, purple, navy blue, which I love, or that dark blue. But then they have all kinds of classic stuff to go with it. So because it's their 70th, they have all kinds of classic stuff. So they have some like throwback like Disneyland logos, the Disneyland map. Like they've got some pretty cool throwback merch. But the one picture they have is like a guy and a gal, and she's in like a tan shirt with an old picture of the castle, and he's got a hoodie on. In the back of his hoodie, he says, "Disneyland is the star, and everything else is supporting role." I thought, oh, I need that.
You need that. You need that. I don't think I saw that one.
Signature. Oh, it is. Yeah, it is part of the nostalgic collection. So they're going to have nostalgic collection. They're going to have the vault collection, which is kind of what they did for Disneyland.
Yes.
And Walt Disney World 50, right?
Right.
They had the vault collection and then the castle collection and the celebration collection. Oh my goodness. And they've only showed us like a few things from each. So like I can't imagine what it's going to be. And I think there's been a bit of a buzz around. Did you see they're going to have that like some sort of a key?
So
like,
yes, I made notes about that. Carrie, that is going to be insane. Like even I would like to do this. So it's called the it's an interactive experience, and it's a huge key that has pins inside. Are the pins inside the key?
I don't think so. I think in the end you get, I think there is a pin inside and it gets unlocked when you're done. So I think I am wondering if it's sort of like Sorcerers of the Magic Kingdom or something like that, where around the park we're going to find areas to like put the key in, and then maybe it like unlocks a portion of it. But I think when you're done, there's a pin inside of it, but it's one of like 9 pins. So there's multiple, like, I don't think you get all 9 pins. I think in the end, like you visit all of the places around the park to unlock or whatever that means. Like, that's why I wonder if it's maybe something more like it lights up or something, and then when you're done, it's like fully lit up and then it opens and you have the pin in it or whatever.
I would have preferred if it was like a night, like you got all 9 though. Like, so are you saying you got to buy 9 keys and hope that you get a different one inside each key? Or maybe the key will be specific and you pick the key based on the pin you want?
If there's 9 pins, that key's going to cost like $159.99 or something like that or more. The key's going to cost like $200 if there's 9 pins in it.
Yeah, and but how many people are going to want to buy like? Well, I guess you could trade it if you only, but you're going to want the whole collection. People are going to want all 9 pins.
Yeah, I think it's still a little fuzzy what it really is or what it means.
They don't know how much it's going to be. Oh, like even I would want to do it, right? So inside the key to Disneyland, like it's into a lock to reveal an icon, light effect, and music for that land on the key.
Cool.
It seems like the lock stations can be visited in any order. So like after unlocking the magic in all 9 lands, then you have to find the topiary finale lock station by the entrance to the park. There, the key will unlock more surprises, including the trading pin.
Well, maybe it's more like the pin's not in the key. Like when you get to the very end, it's going to be like a station where where they do
Right.
the final unlocking, and then maybe you get to select which pin you like. Sort of like the when we are at Epcot and you do the scavenger hunt.
Yeah, it's got to be. Yeah, it's got to. That's what they're saying that on Walt Disney World News today, that they think it's going to be like Sorcerers of the Magic Kingdom, the same kind of thing, or the bounty hunters that you can do in Batu. But yeah, like I would like to do that too.
It's going to be very popular. Like,
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
it'll be very, very popular.
Especially
That's
in a
something that's
place like
really,
Disneyland, right? Where it's a lot of locals that can visit more often who are they love this nostalgia, right? Like this isn't something like the regular everyday tourist might be all lined up to do. Um, but a lot of the
yeah,
locals
it's
are going
kind
to
of
be
an,
all over this when it comes out.
it's kind of a big key too. Like, it's kind of awkward.
Well, it almost looks like it's the size based on the picture they showed. It
Oh,
almost looks like the size of a bubble wand, like a big bubble
you know
wand.
what I thought? As soon as I said that, I was like, it's awkward. And then I'm, talking to the people that, including ourselves, that buy popcorn buckets
Yeah.
shaped like Death Stars and hitchhiking ghosts and carry them around the parks in case
And
you do
carry
your
them around
trades.
the parks and try to get the popcorn out of them. Like they're not even conducive to eating popcorn.
Oh.
Most of them are oddly shaped. And how do you get the popcorn out? But here we are, we line up, we buy them. Yeah,
We'll be doing the same for the key.
that's
So, but
exciting.
otherwise, but I think that's a big like wow, and then the merch is a big wow, and then but generally, they've got there's gonna be new fireworks, a new projection, there's a
So
new paint, there's a new
World of
world of
Color.
color.
So that's what I'm most excited about, if I'm honest. And we've had this debate before about World of Color. It's not my fave, but my reasoning for it not being my fave is because the first time I saw World of Color was the 60th anniversary one.
Yeah, that was
And that was beautiful. That was Walt Disney, a tribute to Walt. It was emotional. It was beautiful. And I like when I saw that, I fell in love with it. So then when I came back and just saw regular World of Color, I was like, meh. Because that's what I was comparing it to was the 60th. So to
yeah.
see this one for the 70th, the show is inspired by Walt Disney's opening day dedication of Disneyland. And it's hosted by Joy and Other Emotions from Inside Out. Like, come on. This
Yeah.
is going to be an emotional roller coaster. And this is what I'm going to love about World of Color. Like, this is where I will tip my hat and say World of Color is the best because I'm going to see this one and this one's going to be amazing.
Do you think it's still going to have the scene where Simba's dad dies?
It
Is
could.
it going to have the sad music like
It could.
that every World of Color / every Disney Nighttime Spectacular seems to
Yes.
have?
Yes.
The trampled scene
Yes. The
where Simba
no.
loses his papa? Probably.
Absolutely.
I know it should be Pixar because it is in
Pixar.
California
Yeah.
Adventure. Like, it makes sense. So I'm sure it'll be awesome. For me, the reason why I love World of Color so much is like I think I saw it in the early years,
Right.
and and it was pretty cool from what I remember. It like, but it was also much like, unless I don't remember properly, like it was a much more simple version. So like it had the
Mm-hmm.
dancing waters and everything, and then when I saw it again, probably more was the 60th, right? So I saw it early when I believe it soon after it was came to be, and then I saw lots of times during the 60th. So like for me, I
Yeah.
liked it that it was water. It reminded me of the dancing waters at Bellagio in Las Vegas, which is near and dear to my heart. And then I saw the World of Color so many times during the 60th. Like, to me, I understand now it's not that 60th show was awesome, but to me, like where they brought it now with like the fire and the water and the lasers and just the
Yes.
spectacle of it, to me, that you're so close to it. Like, even like I can't say I loved like the way that like the story that it was compared to the other ones, like the current story. Like obviously the ones before seem better, but like you're so close. The spectacle is there. It's almost unbelievable. Like that, like, and how beautiful they make the water and the lasers and everything. Like to me, it's the spectacle of it. Like regardless of the characters or whatever, like I've like it won my heart based on that. Forget about like the Walt Disney intro and Neil Patrick Harris and all that stuff made it the best. But like it, like just the spectacle of it and how beautiful it is won my heart. It doesn't matter, like it could be like my least favorite character, and I would probably still fight you to the death.
You would still love it.
Best show ever. It's the best show ever. We'd rock paper scissors and you know, to tie break, because we would never. I know. We'd never be able to come to the same conclusion. So,
but I think this is going to be amazing, like with the Walt tribute. But did you see who's doing the pre-show?
Well, yeah. So I've known about that, which I think is kind of interesting. Like they're doing, the Muppets are going to do the pre-show. They're going to have
come on.
Pre-show. I think that's cool. Like I'm not gonna. I just think it's weird that they're putting it before Pixar World of Color.
That they're combining like the Muppets and Pixar, but it's a pre-show, so it's just like they're coming to give the safety number. They're presenting the safety announcements in a zany song and dance number.
I'm happy. I'm always happy, but I'm sure it'll be awesome. But it's just kind of weird. But hey, whatever. They're putting Muppets with my favorite nighttime spectacular.
I know. So, how could they go? As soon as I saw that, I'm like, oh my gosh, Carrie's gonna love this.
You're never gonna hear the end of this.
I'm never gonna hear the end of it.
Heaven forbid if it's just as awesome as the 60th, and then there's Muppets before.
I know.
I'm not. People are. If people say that I don't like World of Color, I'm just gonna be like, I'll put my hand in. I'm gonna.
I'm not talking to you.
I'll walk away. I'm not talking to you.
And that dessert party, I'm sure, will be well worth it.
Yeah. This is, you know, I was scrolling through this thinking, like, you know, back in the old days, we'd make sure that we had tickets to dessert parties and you can get the meals for the fireworks and for the paint the night and we might have to be a little bit organized before a trip and try to book some of that.
Yeah.
But the paint the night, like, I can't wait to see Paint the Night. I can't wait to hear the crowd I can't wait.
I know.
To be standing on Main Street watching Paint the Night, because you will hear squeals and joy. You'll hear people crying and you'll hear the tears. That's how beloved this parade is. And
it's pretty cool they're bringing it back. It's pretty cool.
Can't wait.
I know.
I can't wait. So, yeah, it's going to be awesome. We just need to get there a couple times. We'll have 18 months.
Yep. Yeah. And I don't want to go like all in the beginning, right? Like you really want to go because also they did the same with the 50th, right? They, you know, yes, they had some great cool stuff come out in the beginning, but near the end there was like new merch, new like all sorts of things too. So you want to make sure that you get there near the end, not at the very end, but near the end when they've released new stuff too. Because not everything comes out on day one of the celebration.
I think it would be neat to be there on the actual birthday. Like I won't be there on the actual birthday, but I've been there a couple times on the birthday. I think it would be neat to go around that time because that's when they're bringing the Walt animatronic, whatever he's starting on the 17th of July. It'll be I think that exciting. Key will be crazy. I think the first the key will be like back at Source of the Magic Kingdom where people were waiting like in line, like wherever these little key portals are going to be, there's going to be like 50 people in line. So
and then at the end, that pin that you get will be on eBay for $700.
That'll be interesting to watch. The minute minute people can get one, then they'll be selling it. But it looks awesome. As anticipated, Disneyland knows how to throw an anniversary party because they've done it enough times. So
they do. Yeah, it's exciting. I'm excited about that.
Yeah. Start saving our pennies now for all that merch.
Yep, for sure. For sure. Is there anything else about Disneyland you wanted to talk about, Carrie?
I could talk about it for an hour, but I'll stop.
Before we move on to the big opening of Epic Universe that's coming up?
I know. We could. I think we did Disneyland justice, and thank you for talking about it first.
Of course,
Thank you
of
for
course.
prioritizing.
I
for
prioritize.
prioritizing the
Yes.
the happiest place on earth.
If you're a Disney fan, then you should listen to Carrie and Fran. They laugh and chat and help you make a plan. If you're going to Walt Disney World or Disneyland, and you will become a Pixie Dust fan.
But now
we got to probably should have led it with Epic, because like the day that we are recording this, the photo ban from Epic Universe was released yesterday. So all day yesterday. So yesterday was the first like real official like media preview where people could post pictures. So there's probably been other previews and things before, but they were on a photo ban. Nothing allowed to go out there other than I think the pictures that they were taken at the front. So yesterday, social media was hard because
it was hard. Did you look at stuff? Like, did you look at stuff?
Not really. All I did was look to see who was there. Not gonna lie, I wanted to see like which influencers, and like a lot of the like some YouTubers were there, but like I was having fun like looking and seeing like who was there, and then kind of in my mind like thinking like who would be at the Disney one if there was Disney, like just to see how different they are with who gets invited to these things. So I was more scrolling to see who was there, and then but not like I don't know how many times I saw somebody's mug talking to me, looking about to walk into a portal, and that's when I swipe up. So like everybody was like taking pictures of themselves and being like, let's go into let's go in wherever. And then I'd be like, oh yep, swipe. So yes, I'm trying to be spoiler free because I just want to enjoy the awe of seeing it with my own eyeballs. And I'd expect you probably
I did the same. I did the same. Like I saw a little bit here and there. I actually looked more at the rooms, the Helios rooms. I wanted to look at those because I'm not going to be staying there, so may as well. But I tried not to look too much at the park stuff, except like I have a bit of anxiety about this park because why are you laughing?
The rides, perhaps?
The rides, like the whole dark place makes me uncomfortable. And
Dark universe?
Yeah, like the dark universe. And I don't know the movies. So here's the thing. So I went on, like I was looking at it, and like this Toothless meet and greet. I had to look up who Toothless was. I don't know the movie. I've never seen How to Train Your Dragon.
Me neither, and I'm going to watch it sooner than later.
Well, the good news is that if you go to Walt Disney World News Today, our favorite site, they actually have a blog post about how to get ready for Epic Universe, and it lists every movie related to the new park. Like, here's what you need to know. That's when it started flipping me out, was when I was looking at the Universal Classic Monsters. So it's basically, they're saying that it's hard to pick. It's not one movie that you got to watch to get ready for Dark Universe, because it's basically like fans are rewatching several of the classic monster films released from the 20s to the 60s. Like I can't watch those, Carrie.
But do you really think, like, I think the Dark Universe, like, you know, we've been on this planet long enough to know this, like, we know the basics of these things. I don't think that we need to watch movies about
like Frankenstein and stuff.
No, I don't think that's required.
No, like, but I don't know how much time I'll spend in that place.
Oh, I think that's the one I'm looking the most.
Is it really?
Looking forward to the most, because it is. It's like all like, I think you don't need to, like, we know stories. We know the stories of like werewolves and Frankenstein. Like we know what they are, just like from pop culture references or what. I don't think any of that's required. I think it's just like, it's just good old like,
you know, but
horror stories or whatever. Like
exactly horror stories. Now, they do say it's family friendly.
Yeah. But we know, like The Bride of Frankenstein. We know about vampires, werewolves, mummies. Like, I don't think that there's going to be characters popping out where we're going to be like, oh, that's the secondary character from the 1930s creatures of the Black Lagoon, Blue Lagoon, Purple Lagoon. Like, I don't think that we're going to need to know that. Whereas stuff. I think if we don't know what, we don't know any of the characters from How to Train Your Dragon, I think we're not going to perhaps like it as much. And for me I have to watch How to Train Your Dragon, but also I've seen all the Harry Potter movies. I probably should rewatch them, and I've read the books, but it's the newer ones that they've done that I haven't watched, like the secondary or pre-stories or whatever.
Yeah, like there's a lot there. Like it says, the stuff that's in the Harry Potter bit, they're saying comes from the 6th movie, I think. Mm-hmm. I've only watched the first 3, and because everybody keeps telling me they get darker as they go. And you know me, I don't like scary stuff.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what's happened to me. Like as a teenager or in my 20s, you know what though? I never liked scary movies like of things you cannot kill, like that are not human. Like I used to read all the serial killer books and whatever, right? But they're humans. It's the stuff that's not real, like the Chuckies or the Freddies or the I can't. They freak me out and I have nightmares. So I don't know how I'm going to do with that. So then with the Harry Potter stuff, like the 6th movie, there's no way I'm watching 4 more of these things.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody will just have to explain it to me.
I think I think that the show, like the pre-show thing, the circus, whatever it's called. Like that is, I think, the fantastic. Like they have another series, and I don't even know where it lies in the Harry Potter or whatever world, but it's like the Fantastic Beasts. So that I think like that whole thing is about, which I haven't seen any of those movies.
Is the Fantastic Beast the big dragon thing in the first or second movie? You know when they're fighting that thing in the tower? No,
it's a dragon.
Oh, I don't know. I've closed my eyes for so much.
But anyways, I think so. I don't know anything about that part of the fandom at all. So I'm going to watch those movies. I don't even know how many there are. But I think I'd be okay for the attraction and whatever. But we'll see.
When did movie franchises become so you used to go to the movies to watch something that took you out of reality, to entertain you for a couple of hours and take you out of reality. Now it's like you need a PhD to figure out in what order, in what universe, in what blah, blah, blah. Like they've done it with the Marvel movies. They've done it with Harry Potter. They even did it with Star Wars. I think it was Star Wars that actually messed everything up.
Started it all.
That started it all. When they came out with the prequels to the original Star Wars and they started messing with the order of films, like that's when they lost me. Like the minute they introduced Jar Jar, I was out. Like, I feel like they've done that with Harry Potter, with the Marvel things. I don't want to have to think so hard when I'm watching a movie about the linkage between this, and this. I just want to enjoy the moment that I'm in.
Well, I think that they probably, if you don't know anything about Harry Potter, you could enjoy visiting the 3 lands and think, oh, this is cool. That ride was a lot of fun. But I think it's to go to that next level.
It's like a next level if you know what it is.
Yeah, for sure. But I'm sure everything they're building is completely enjoyable, whether if you know nothing about any of the IP. Which,
well, I'm assuming
must have lots of people that come in the parks that don't know anything about certain things. So
yeah, I'm assuming too. Usually with big rides like this, they have a pre-show that kind of explains the background, right? Like even when you think about Flight of Passage,
I was just going to say that.
Go into that room where the guy's talking about how they connect the avatar to you and blah, 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 blah. and how she gives the big spiel first about what it means. And so even if I should have figured that out so I didn't have to watch the Pandora movie. But I did. But that, I'm hoping they give something like that so that it makes it gives me a bit of insight without having to watch like another 6 Harry Potter movies.
But Flight of Passage is a perfect example. Like I've been on that ride 20 times before I watched the movie, and it's my favorite. It was my favorite ride back then, and it's my favorite ride now. And I had no idea about anything. Like, do I walk through Pandora and I think, oh, it looks nice or whatever. But what am I doing when I go there? I just want to go on that ride.
Right.
Like, I don't care about hanging around at night to see the bioluminescence. Like I don't, I'm pretty much going in that land to ride my favorite attraction, and then, maybe going for lunch and leaving. Like I'm not in there like fanning over anything because I have no ties to the movie. Although when I did watch the movie, I felt very homesick. I thought it was the funniest thing. I felt homesick because the music and everything was like, oh my goodness, I just need to be at Walt Disney World right now because whatever. Yeah. But I have no ties to that movie. And that I think I don't have as big as a connect with the land. Yet I love that ride like nothing else.
So maybe that's how this will be for me with Harry Potter. But I do think I need to watch How to Train Your Dragon. Just so I know who this toothless dude is.
Like, I think they got like a whole bunch of different things from that, but I think I'm just going to watch the original one.
Yeah, I might just watch it's kind of like the Minions, right? Like I didn't understand who the Minions were or whatever. I watched a couple of those. And now I have a much better appreciation for Minions Land and things like that. But yeah, I think I need to do the How to Train Your Dragon because they have like a meet and greet with this dragon.
Yeah.
Which is, I did watch a little bit of that.
Yeah, I saw that. Lots of people were posting that.
Yeah. So, and they're going to have like a live stage show.
The stage show looks pretty crazy. I saw some posts about that, but I don't know if they have that stage show in Japan because they kept saying, oh, this is coming to Orlando. Like I saw posts like that showed the stage show. It's going to be, it all looks awesome.
Yeah, I'm most excited about Nintendo.
Well, this is where, like, for me, I feel like I'm I'm excited for Nintendo, but like, I'm not a fan like everybody else. Like, I played Nintendo back in like the early days, like original Nintendo before it was Super. It was just Nintendo. Like, I didn't play any of these. Like, I don't play Mario Kart. Like, I don't.
Me neither.
Like, I don't know. Like, I have no ties to Yoshi.
I love Yoshi.
I know Mario. Luigi wasn't even a thing back when I
but once
Super
Luigi
Mario
came along, it was so good.
Yeah, like it was. Nintendo was just Nintendo, and there was only a couple of games, and that's when I played it. So I don't. Princess Peach, like I feel nothing for her. Like I like that the land is bright, and I think the rides are going to be a lot of fun. But that's one where, I'll probably feel like I feel for Pandora. Like I'll love the rides, but then I'm not gonna probably like I don't get Princess Peach.
I'm so excited about that one. I started I bought my Switch. I was playing Epic Mickey. I've beat it a couple times now. Then I started playing that, what's it called? There's a Disney, I don't know, you live in this land and you go farming and fishing and all sorts of stuff. I still haven't quite figured it out yet. I'm stuck on the fishing. I don't know how to fish.
Maybe you need to play some Mario.
Well, so my sister brought me, I was going to buy the Mario game, but she had one. So she brought it over to me last week. And oh my gosh, I think my neighbors thought I was being murdered because jumping in Epic Mickey, you can double jump and jump like really far. But in Mario, what I've forgotten is when you double jump and you hit the wall, it bounces you off. So I was falling down cliffs and all over the place. And I forgot in Mario that when you die, you go back to the beginning. Like once you've run out of your lives, you go back to the beginning. Epic Mickey, you just keep playing. But Mario, you have to go back and start all over. I swear I was screaming. But I forgot how much fun it was. So I was playing it. And then I was like, okay, my blood pressure must be up. I got to stop for a bit. It's so exciting. It's so much fun. Like Yoshi's in this one And Yoshi's the best. If you can get Yoshi and you could do a little fly with Yoshi, oh my gosh, so fun.
So he flies? He's a turtle though, right?
Yeah. He's like a dragon or a turtle or something. And then you jump on his back. And when you jump, you can he can glide a little bit. So he can fly a bit further than if you just jumped. But then the minute you get hit, it's like, when you get the mushroom and you get big, then you get the fire thing, you can throw fire. So then when something hits you, you lose the fire, but you're still big. If you have Yoshi, when something hits you, you just lose you lose Yoshi. But he's pretty cool.
What about the little mushroom man with the red dots on his head? Who's that?
That's the guy that makes you big. So when you get the mushroom, he makes you taller. When you eat the mushroom.
Does he have a name?
I don't know. But it's so much fun. I'm so excited about that. That land. I think that's going to be so incredible.
I think it's to me, I think it reminds me of Cars Land. It's something.
Yeah.
It's not like Cars Land at all, but when you go to Cars Land and you're in a place you never imagined you could be.
Exactly. It's something that you only ever dreamed of. You didn't even know that you should dream about being in it.
Because it's they've built this land that looks like something, it's not real. It can't exist, but they've made it exist. So, and it's so bright and glow, how they glow at nighttime, it glows.
Yeah, did you, it's something, when you were playing the video game as a kid, did you ever think that you'd be standing in the middle of it? No, because it wasn't, it was beyond the realm of imagination that you would ever be standing inside the video game.
Mm-hmm.
It's just,
pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. So I'm pretty excited about that.
You'd be somewhere with your power band dinging for points. Ding,
I know, I'm going to need one of those power bands, I think. I will.
I went at the Hollywood, Universal Hollywood. I saw that land, but they have one ride there, and everybody just running in the morning to get on that one ride, and then the rest of the land is just meet and greets and the restaurant. They don't have. So this one has 2 more rides, I think. Right, it has got the Donkey Kong ride. I think there's 3 rides,
and the meet and
that's
greets,
crazy.
I can't wait. I think that'll be fun. Get my picture.
Who do you want to meet them? You want to meet Mario or Luigi?
Mario. Well, I was always Mario, and my nephew, I always made him be Luigi. So when we would play together, I was Mario, he was Luigi. And I forgot, in the video game, when you win something or whatever, he goes, "Let's go." And it's so fun. I can't wait. I'm so excited. Yeah. So we will have reviews and all that stuff when we get a chance to go in and experience it.
Are you a little I'm a little afraid of you're saying you're afraid of the monsters or whatever, but there's lots of roller coasters.
Yeah, I might be giving my reviews from the street level.
The one thing that I did appreciate, because even though they weren't allowed to post stuff, over the last month or so or more, some the Orlando Examiner or Informer, some of those types of magazines, they kept showing aerial footage. Mm-hmm. So I kind of feel comfortable, I've been able to see them from a bird's eye view to see what they're like.
Yeah. I'm not sure about the coaster stuff, and there'll be some gravel for sure.
Coasters.
There might be, my reviews may be from the ground, outside.
You could take a reporter. You could be a reporter.
I might have to
feedback because, when they get off of the ride.
I feel like I'm now at that age where if I do something that is too much, it will ruin my day. I think I'm at that point now, sadly. Where I used to be able to recover, my very first time on Mission Space, before they had the nice side, it took me out for about an hour. Right? It took me out for about an hour. This, if I went on Mission Space now, the full one, I'd be done for the week. There would be no turning back. So I worry about that if I do one thing too much, that it'll ruin the rest of my day or 3 or 4 hours or something like that. And I don't want to do that. But I do want to experience as much as I can. So there's going to have to be some split second decisions, I think.
Mm-hmm. I'm okay. I'm probably okay to try a traditional roller coaster once for sure. Because, like, if I feel yucky, it might just be for a couple seconds. I just kind of shake it off. I'm more worried about, like, that Harry Potter ride, the Ministry of Magic ride, like anything that's at 3D wraparound screen.
That does not do well with you.
I kind of felt okay, like, because it looks like a lot of these ones are traditional there are some more traditional roller coasters. So, like, if I just, decide, just go for it and do it, then I do it and it's done. But it's more those, like, I'm pretty sure there's still a fair share of the things that make me feel yucky. So
I know. It's going to be interesting to see which ones we can do and what we like and what we decide to pass.
Yeah. We'll see.
Yes. Well, very exciting. We've got Disneyland 70th coming up, Epic Universe. There's so much going on and lots of travel plans and different things going on for you and I.
We haven't finalized yet, but trust us.
Yes, trust us.
Hopefully we'll be there.
Hopefully we're doing things.
Before we know, it'll be the summertime.
I know. Yeah, it's nuts. But that's our thoughts on those two.
Yeah.
Cool.
The biggies.
So, Carrie, I forgot to ask you before we started recording. It's not like we talked for an hour and a half before we started recording.
We had to get caught up.
Do you have pixie dust this week? Something that brought you joy, made you happy? Oh.
People can't see because I just showed you.
They can't see it.
Yeah, I do. Well, I have a lot. I have some joy, I suppose. I got to see some people this week. I got to see you in person, although we didn't get to really chat too much. I got to see other people in person and get hugs and say hello, people I haven't seen in a while. But I also got this awesome Lucifer, which I thought was a coin purse.
Yes.
But it's an eco bag holder. So at Disneyland and Disney World, they've been
eco bag.
It is at Disneyland and Disney World. They've been bringing in Japan merch.
Okay.
Right? Like Japan Disney Store, Japan Tokyo Disneyland merch. And when I was there last time, I tried to get some, and foolish me, it was all sold out. So they've been bringing the stuff that I'm interested in. Is they're bringing like Aristocats and like Lucifer and Cinderella or whatever. Of course, I want the Lucifer thing. So anyway, so the first thing they had were like little keychains, and they sold out instantly. That's what I thought I was going to buy when I was there, and I loser Carrie sold out like the second they're there. So our friend Christina was at Disney Springs a couple weeks ago and just happened to be there when they had some of this Japan merch, and she got me what we thought was change purse because it's a cute little fuzzy Lucifer. It is the most adorable thing. I've had it on my desk ever since I got home. And I like look at it and smile at it and like rub his little soft whiskers all day long. But it's not really a coin purse. It's got a shopping bag in it.
That's awesome. As you can see,
I'm showing Fran. So I guess you put it in your purse. You could put change in there, which is what we would think it would be for. Yeah. But in Japan, they just do all these things that are extra. Like, why would you put your shopping bag, bag in a bag? Purse? Well, we have them where you buy them and they've got like a little like matching bag attached and you like squish it into the bag and that's it. Like, that's boring. That's just so normal when you can have the cutest, fuzziest Lucifer
that's adorable
pouch to put it in. So
that's adorable.
I was very excited that I got this thing because it is the cutest. It's the cutest thing ever.
That's adorable. It is lovely.
Pixie dust. And I just sometimes you get something that makes you just so happy. This makes me very happy.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It just does.
It's just awesome. It's just awesome.
I love it. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it.
Doesn't
maybe
matter.
I'll just keep it on my desk forever.
Doesn't matter. You keep it on your desk, you hang it on your wall, you whatever you need to do. It's just beautiful. It's so cute.
maybe one day I'll have a purse big enough. I'll carry around a big purse and I'll put it in my purse, but
yeah,
get him dirty.
no, you don't want to get him dirty.
He's so cute.
And he's got like a little thing to hang. Like you could technically hang him on your purse.
I don't know if it was about this or if it was about those other keychains, but like I saw somebody post that they bought one and then they lost it already. Like because it's not like this is a little
it's not
keychain.
Meant to. Yeah.
So
you have to be careful with that. That would be devastating.
I think he's just going to hang out on my desk for a while until the next thing comes along that I'm enamored with, and then I'll find a place to put him. But
right.
Anyway, so that's what Pixie does.
Nice.
A little merch delivery.
Very nice.
So yeah, what's your Pixie dust?
Well, mine's hardly as exciting as yours. I feel like I'm a bit of it. Yesterday, I had like this, like I feel like a genius. And it's so stupid. I bought my walking pad, blah, 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 all the issues with my walking pad. However, the one that I bought, like it fits, it's almost like once you get on it and you're walking on it, the back of it is so close to the ground that sometimes it rubs because I'm on carpet, right? So it kind of rubs a little bit on the ground. So then I'm like, this is going to mess up my carpet. It's going to mess up all sorts of things. Anyway, I've had it for a few weeks. I've been trying to find the sweet spot so that it doesn't. And then yesterday I was like, this is crazy. They must make risers for these things. So I go on Amazon and lo and behold, speaker risers. You know, the ones that reduce the vibrations of a speaker. So you put them under your speaker so it reduces the vibrations on the floor. They sell them in like little packs, like 2 inches by 2 inches. I ordered them. They fit beautifully under the back end of my walking pad, just on those 2 little feet. And they raise it just enough off the ground. It doesn't hit the carpet. And now I feel comfortable. I could move my walking pad wherever I want in my living room and just put these little pads under it. And it won't wreck my carpet. It won't wreck my walking pad. Ta-da!
That's amazing.
Yeah, I felt so smart when I thought about it. I was thinking, this is smart. Why didn't I think of this like 2 weeks ago? So yeah, I feel pretty good about it. I actually walked at my desk for like 2 hours yesterday. Not all at once. Wow. I did like 45 minutes, then another 45. Like I did, but cumulative, I did like 2 hours of walking at my desk.
For you. I'm
trying. We'll see.
That's awesome.
We'll see how long I can keep it up. But for now,
you're at your desk. Yeah. You're multitasking at its best. So you might as well
I may as well. It's, I'm not leaving my desk. I'm here too much. So this was the only way to get some fitness points in, was to do it at my desk. So yes,
that's perfect.
So that was my pixie dust.
Very good pixie dust. Now you're gonna walk. You're not gonna have a wrecked carpet. See, I would just keep walking and be like, whatever, and then I'd be mad that I wrecked the carpet.
Yeah,
I think it's just carpet, and then wreck it.
Yeah, I get it.
It's more my speed.
Yep. Yeah. No, this was much better for me. So. Anyway, if you made it to the end, thank you very much for listening and joining Carrie and I and letting us be in your ears, whatever you're doing, whether you're driving or walking or doing dishes or whatever. I'd love to know where people listen to us. Or working. Yeah, I can't do that. I know you do it. I tried it again yesterday. I put on the YouTube at the side of my desk and it just distracts me. My brain can't handle all of the stimulus.
I'm not. There's a couple times lately where I wanted to like just randomly call you to like joke with you because like I know you tease me about watching things, and a lot of it I've said I'm sure before. It just keeps me at my desk. Like I plug it in my ear. Something's going on in the side. Like I'm better to watch something, listen to a podcast. Like I'm not really watching it. Listen to a podcast, listen to a YouTube video. Just have something going. Like someone has a TV on the news, CP24. Like that's how it works for me. And like recently. Because I love music. I've been trying to listen more to music. And I've been meaning to just randomly call you to show you what I do when I listen to music. Like when I have music on, productivity drastically decreases because like all of a sudden, like you should like, there's been so many times where I was like, oh my goodness, if I had the guts to like videotape myself right now and send it to you, you would die. Like I'm at my desk, like I've got my earbuds in, I'm like, so like I like all kinds of stuff, but like say I've like got some really like good like old school Motown on, like I'm singing, like I am singing. My eyes are closed, my hands are on my keyboard, but they're not moving, and I'm singing. And there's been a number of times where I thought, oh my goodness, like this is why, like when Fran says, "How do you do this?" Like I don't, because when I have music on, I can't like.
Well, that makes me feel better.
I just start singing, and I just stop, and I don't do anything. So. I have to find music, I guess that's more. I can't put on music. I gotta find a certain type of music, I suppose. Maybe I'll do a little experiment. I'm gonna play different music. I'm not gonna play, music I love that much. Maybe I'm gonna find some elevator music. I'm gonna find some resort TV music. That's what I'll try and see if it does the same thing. But I know anything with words, like yeah, like heaven forbid Papa Don't Preach tune come in his next to the queue.
Oh my gosh. Well, that makes me feel better because I can't. Like if I turn something on, I'm the same. I'm singing, I'm looking, I'm watching. I'm not working.
Yeah. That's how I am for music. But the TV is just like noise. It's just like, and I might pay attention. I might hear something, but like I'm really like I could probably put on the same YouTube video every day, and like it take me a week to kind of hear it all because I'm not like once I'm focused, I'm not. But it's just it keeps me at my desk.
It's noise.
It's noise. It's like, and I don't really need it so much here, but at my office, I found like because I always got interrupted, I always had to run somewhere. There was a million people I had to go ask something, check something, deliver something to, whatever. When I plugged in, then with my back then like wired, then that kept me there. Like if like it kind of like it tied me to my desk, so to speak. And then I would just sit and work and I wouldn't think about leaving my desk. But my old job at times where it's like I could have walked around. I had so many things to do that touched 100 people. So like I could always be, if I wasn't being interrupted, I was leaving my desk to go do one of the tasks I had to do. So that's why I started like.
Oh my gosh! Send me a video. You got to send me a video.
It's funny, man. Oh my goodness, you would die.
Oh my gosh.
I will. I don't know what I'd be able to do without laughing. Like, I wish there was a way that I could like legitimately like capture it without like on purpose stopping to send you the video, because it is. But I giggled quite a bit thinking, oh my goodness, if Fran could see me now. Like when she goes, I don't do that. And I'm like, I don't. That's why I don't.
Well, it makes me feel better. All right. Anyways. Well, thank you very much for listening. And please leave us a rating and review if you get a chance. They really do help others find our podcast. And feel free to send us some ideas if you have ideas for new episodes or things you want to hear about. We're definitely all ears.
Yeah. Say what? Yeah. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to the Pixie Dust Fan Podcast. We hope you enjoyed the episode.
Make sure you're following us on your favorite podcast player so you'll get a new episode every week. And find us on social media too. We'd love to hear from you.
Till next time, remember, you are never too old to be young. Chase your dreams and design your own happily ever after.